I'm actually, after this, going out to April Base to record hopefully a new EP, like today.
Today?
Starting today, yeah.
Wow.
So we'll see. But me and Laserbeak and BJ Burton are maybe out
brilliant.
to see what we can make. To make a new song, I like to just go in with bits and pieces and then start building it from like an idea. But once we get the track going, I'll go off into another room, like once it's kind of just there, like adding bits and pieces to it after we get kind of like some sort of a scheme of it going and like the chord progressions all together. I'll just try to like write all the lyrics and come back, and then that night like record the vocals.
Yeah.
And then we can build some more around it, and then we can recut the vocals if they need to be more or less emotional or something.
Will the lyrics potentially change with that process? Or?
Yeah, they can. But a lot of the time, once I write it, I kind of don't like to go back.
Yeah, because it's, especially if it is more of this like one more try or
I
get through the day-esque like fragility and earnestness. Like you definitely, if you tap into something.
And sometimes there's a line that's like embarrassing or whatever, and you change that. But but yeah, and then BJ's got a couple beats that...
Unless you're Macaulay Culkin, who doesn't embarrass.
Yeah, he doesn't get embarrassed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully I'll come back on Wednesday night with a thing. I'm trying to put together a 12-inch EP for a tour I'm doing in the fall.
You pull me back like a magnet, my own savior, all I have. My love is bad behavior, not your problem, touch my hand.
So
Nice.
I want to just like make a limited thing that I put out myself. And
what songs have you been listening to in the run-up to it? Because you were saying that was part of your process before.
I'm still on the George Michael tip, but I'm more in the Praying for Time. It's one of my favorite songs, and also I always put Faith in there. And a lot of like the Mamas and the Papas and some like Neil Diamond stuff. I don't know if you've been listening to Tim Presley or White Fence recently.
A little. Probably
Okay,
not
I love those
enough,
guys. I love him, and he was in a band called Darker My Love in LA like about 10 years ago. So there's a couple songs. There's a song called Two Ways Out that I really love. They're just like more like kind of like a mixtape I'd put on to like go running or something. You know what I mean? Like just something that like actually activates my brain, and it's not even like something I'm trying to like emulate as much as like be like, these are songs that are awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Like
higher
this is
energy.
why I like music. Yeah, there's just a ton of different kind of vibes on there. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for revealing that. I'm excited.
It's all good. I mean, it's not going to sound anything like that. I'm I like to think it will, and it totally won't.
Yeah. Well, that's and that's part of the magic. Of it.
Yeah.
You talk me down, you're my wrangler, my own angel, when it's bad.
BJ Burden is a clue for this one.
Okay.
Shut up! I don't want to go on a camping trip. Who's that?
Whoa, who's from?
That was a pretty close impersonation. But that wasn't the person's normal voice.
Okay.
But that was the manner of delivery.
Okay. Oh my God.
I will listen to the Spice Girls.
Oh.
Shut up, Mum. Shut up,
Was
Dad.
that me?
You were the mum and the dad that were being referred to.
Oh man.
And BJ Burden is the Solid Gold is another clue.
Oh, okay. So, what? Now I'm even more confused.
Practice.
Oh, it was Flea? Was
It
it
was
a Flea?
Flea.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because we
was stranded in Minneapolis.
Yeah, totally.
And
I was too. Yeah, but I hadn't lived here at that point for a while.
Yeah. Hurricane Sandy was the reason.
Yeah.
And so you guys spent the day together. Red Hot Chili Peppers had played.
Yeah, they played Target Center. Or they were about to.
Yeah.
And I happened to get stranded. I was supposed to fly back to New York and then go to Austin like 2 days later, and I would have just missed both.
Yeah,
So I got the airline to just redirect me straight to Austin a few days later, and Flea was already in town, so we went to eat breakfast, and it became this whole day where we met at Bryant Lake Bowl, ate, and then ended up going.
Which he loved.
He loves
Brian Lake
Bowl.
Gets Flea's seal of approval.
I think he's been going there since like the 80s, you know, since like early Chili Peppers
days. It's a good spot.
Yeah. And so we did that, and it was like Anthony Kiedis' birthday, so we ended up going to like all these like we went and met with a private art dealer in town, which is just something I would never even know that is going on. Obviously it does, but I would never think
it's the kind of thing that Flea knows.
Yeah, exactly.
It turns out.
So he had a guy, and we went to this art dealer's place and checked out all this stuff, and he bought Anthony a portrait, and then
for his birthday.
Very
nice.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Do you want to just do a episode of the podcast since we're doing nothing?" So we ended up going to Solid Gold's practice space, and Adam and Zach were working on new songs with BJ, and then like we got in there, and Flea was just like, "You mind if I lay down some bass on like whatever you're doing right now?"
On the
like,
break and tracking the
yeah,
podcast.
Sure. So Flea's playing bass on their stuff, and there's this point where he just like stops. He's like, "God, I just love playing the bass," and I was like, "Oh my God, this
we
is
love
amazing."
you playing the bass."
Yes, exactly. So and then we recorded this whole podcast, and that came out of
another segment that
what
you
was
create
that?
the show.
Let's make a show.
You and Julian Casablancas are going to cover the whole of human history.
in
a sitcom.
Yeah.
and Flea and you have, I think the show was called My Teenage Daughter is Terrible, or something like that. He was your teenage daughter. You were here, both of his parents.
That'd
Eddie
be a
Murphy's
great show. Yeah. I think that's still a viable option.
I've saved this one till last. You notice that we're interspersing different games in case anyone gets bored. You or any viewers get bored of a particular game. Yeah, we're playing them all at once.
Yeah, this is all.
Sherlock Holmes was peeing over there. Ancient British pee. The person who said this had not yet been to.
Was that? It had to be Lizzo. Then.
It was Lizzo.
Yes, awesome. She had that was just before she went over there and just
with you
exploded. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. But like while she was with me, she was like off doing all of her own appearances.
Yeah, she and Lauren Sophia Ellis were.
And it's like one of those things, when you're like new in the UK, you're like fresh blood, and I loved watching, because that happened to me when I first went over there. You know what I mean? Like you're just like.
I noticed.
Getting pulled in every direction. You're like, let's do it all. And I was like kind of like the old guy, like, I'm just playing my gig. And holy shit, Lizzo's done like 50 radio shows. So this is awesome. Man.
Wow, yeah. And you said in the podcast, because there were 60 episodes, and you were just introducing people who would tune in to people that you respect and that you think that others should be aware of.
Yeah, totally.
And Lizzo, you said in the show, she's going to become too big to be my backing vocalist.
Oh yeah, totally. That happened real quick.
And that certainly did happen, didn't it? Yeah. She had never been to England. She was looking forward to having some bangers and mash.
Oh yeah.
She was joking maybe veggie bangers could be the follow-up to Lizzo bangers.
Yeah.
And so what was your experience like? I mean, I enjoyed listening back to that podcast.
Yeah.
With an awareness of what was about to happen.
Yeah, totally.
And Lizzo's excitement about going to,
I mean, it was. I mean, I just knew it was all set up for her to like just explode. Yeah. So it was like.
Was she, in your opinion, was she as aware of that?
I don't know. I mean, I think she had an idea because she knew she was going to be busy, but I don't think she knew that she was going to she's like, and it's still getting bigger and bigger, which is awesome. I mean, it's like now I don't think anything would really surprise anybody, but you know what I mean? Like
at this stage, yes.
When you look back at yourself, I'm sure she's always constantly surprised and amazed, because how wouldn't you be like? But I think while it's happening, you're like, well, I just got to keep doing more stuff. And then it has to keep getting bigger, and then like you just sort of take it for granted after a while. And then like 5 years later, you're like look back to where you were, and you're like, holy shit! Like I just did a whole lot of shit that nobody else will ever really get to do. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's a cool thing. It's like time kind of warps, and then you're like, whoa.
And time is so in the other game that we're playing, where you're still 10 years old. Then something like that, time warp will be, over the course of the next 10, 15 years, you'll be going through that time warp in that game. But first of all, what according to Lizzo is a surefire way to get a nice British punch in the face? Can you remember?
Oh my God, I can't see these conversations happen.
Yeah,
and it's
this is like the highlights. My
I
personal
love
highlights.
like you reminding me because there's so much that I totally forgot. But a
the morning
punch
after
in the
there's a lot
face,
to
a good
remember.
British punch in the face.
She like the female teenage flea.
Yeah.
She was a fan of the Spice Girls.
Oh, the Spice Girls. So just I don't know, just disparaging the Spice Girls.
Going up to people in the street and declaring that you desire what you really, really want is a zigga zigga ha. And I'm asking what one is and where one can find one. Excuse me, sir. I really want a zigga zigga ha. Can you show me?
That's amazing.
Where to go? So yeah, this is a mini segment called Garage or Garage.
It's garage. No, fuck that. It's garage. HAR superstar taking back charge.
Where we think about some of the exciting things that you've done in events. At Reading Festival. How many times did you play Reading?
At least 2, maybe 3. Yeah.
Which was the Bobby Gillespie year.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think that was probably 2005 or something. 4? Yeah.
So the second time, perhaps.
Yeah.
Apparently he was looking at you. You know, you get on with lots of people. You're easy to get on with.
Yeah.
And he was looking for you. He was like knocking on the.
Yeah. Well, there was a point where he didn't like me at all. Like when we were in London.
Prior or
but before that, because I was just like some new weird. Like a lot of people like would hear about what I would do and not see the show, and be like, oh, it's just like some like pop Muppet kind of guy. Like but like this guy's kind of like. Maybe not even like that, like harshly, but like they would just like be like, well, he's probably just doing like this weird pop thing that I wouldn't get, or that I don't want to hear. And then they'd see the show and it'd be kind of like weirdly like punk and like kind of have like at that point it was kind of had like a little bit of darkness in the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And
then there's your voice as well, which is a good voice.
It's like an anomaly where people were like, whoa, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like he would see me around and I'd be hanging out with all like his old friends and stuff, and he kind of like. He's got that weird way where he's like kind of like.
Oh, that's a good impression.
He's kind of in the corner, like very wary of a new guy. You know what I mean? And I think that's just like his thing. He doesn't want to just be friends with everybody. So So I'd always see him kind of like dismantling my whole like being like this with his eyes. And
how did that feel to have Bobby Gillespie there? Because I mean, also because at that stage. I think it was around about the first time you played Reading, the Handler was coming out.
Yeah,
and
or maybe I think You Can Feel Me was coming out. Maybe
okay, so
the
Handler was the second time.
Yeah, but I think I mean I would see it as that, and maybe I was just like, God, I love Bobby Gillespie. Like, why doesn't he like me? But he probably had like he'd probably been up for like 2 days and was just like staring through me and didn't even see me. So, but anything is possible at that point. But like. It was about before he cleaned up his act. And then, like, there was just this point where at Reading, I was, like, kind of backstage, and they were going to stage, and he grabbed me and made me jump on his, like, golf cart with him. And he's like, I want to...
You had a golf cart?
Yeah, like, they were going to stage. Like, you know what I mean? They were getting taken to stage. I think the first time we had really hung out was at Glastonbury.
Oh, nice.
And like no, this was Reading. Sorry, it's like it all kind of blends together. Glastonbury was after that, but
I'm from Reading. Watch it. It's like a Glastonbury versus Reading.
Oh, really? See, okay, they're both cool to me. But at Reading, he pulled me onto his golf cart, and then he got on the stage, and we were both just kind of like out of it, and for like most of the show, he was kind of like. Performing towards me, and I was like on the back of the stage, and he kept like giving me these eyes. It was like a really weird year for them too, I think, because Metallica was like headlining the main stage, and like like sometimes the crowd gets a little like even back then, especially more like the metal crowd was like maybe didn't understand the Primal Scream thing as much, and were like throwing bottles and things, and like they were waiting for like their band. If they would have played another stage, they would have probably had like a glorious time or just a different time slot or whatever.
I feel like, bad for Bobby Gillespie.
So he was like playing, and he was like fighting through like this negative kind of vibe, and obviously half the crowd was super into it, but then there's like some yokels up there just fucking with him too. So he just ended up like singing like weirdly intensely into my eyes for like half the set. And I was like, and then we were kind of just like best buds after that. He ended up like riding on our tour bus for the rest of the weekend and hanging out. I had all these awesome dancers who were also like party girls who just like
Sounds
were
like
just
a good
really
time.
fun to hang around with. So yeah, that was a weird like weekend of forged friendship.
Someone. There's
It's like something you can
so
never
many
really
stories.
recreate. When we see each other now, we're like, what's up? But, like, you know, he definitely gave me like a full history of Thin Lizzy, and we listened to like Thin Lizzy for like 20 hours. In, like,
Wow.
the back lounge of the bus, because they're like both of our like favorite bands,
Yeah.
basically. So
And so by this point, it sounds very much like you were having the experience that you were describing Lizzo having. of
Yeah.
Just finding yourself
yeah, totally. Yeah,
having
exactly.
said experience with Bobby
So
Gillespie.
I think there's this thing with festivals, especially in like UK and
Yeah.
Europe, where you meet people that like maybe live next door to you, or like, you know what I mean, like here, or people that I would see around in New York but never really talk to, and then all of a sudden you just end up having like this really intense like weekend together, a big weekend, you know, like where, you know, you'll end up like wandering off into a field taking ecstasy with someone that like you're like, oh,
Sorted
I
for
never
reasons.
knew you'd be like
Pop star.
my best friend. And like, you know what I mean, you come back with all these weird like awesome relationships that like kind of like grow throughout the rest of your life.
Especially at the UK festivals.
I think I mean Glastonbury, Reading, and Leeds, and then there's the more hardcore kind of like tea in the park kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I've been to that
like,
one too. Yeah.
yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like, you know, the Scottish know how to party.
They do.
I was like always amazed whenever I'd go play that festival where you'd like get there on the Friday. The Friday's like the beginning day of the festival, and like you're going to load in at like 1 p.m. So the gates had just been open for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And there'll be like 7 dudes like passed out next to the fence. You're like, whoa, you went hard the first hour. You're already out for the weekend.
The one time that I would have seen David Bowie was at Tea in the Park.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was he had his heart attack days before he would have played at Tea in the Park. And that would have been the one time that I saw him.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a sad story.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
But
Bring
on
it down, bring it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's bring it up again. On the topic of whilst we're down, on the topic of people who don't appreciate Primal Scream. When you were on Nevermind the Buzzcocks, the front man of Terrorvision was on it with you too.
Yeah.
And there's a game. So what is Nevermind the Buzzcocks for
Nevermind the Buzzcocks,
the American viewers?
It's an amazing show
It
where you basically put on 2 different opposing teams. They're each led by normally a British comedian.
Yeah, like Bill Bailey.
Bill Bailey or Phil Jupitus or Noel Fielding. I've been on the show maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And you're basically just kind of prepped with some like there's 3 games in it basically. One's normally like you have to like 2 of you hum or like drum out a song on a table.
No, the important thing is no words.
No words, yeah. And it's like always kind of a weird bit of a song that like is kind of hard to remember too.
Yeah.
So they make you like.
Here's an example. Okay. So, this is a little segment called Oh Well Whatever.
Okay.
Where we played the Nevermind the Buzzcocks game.
Okay.
And I do my best to like songs of yours.
Okay. Okay.
This is
Yeah.
So here we go.
Okay.
So
how did I get through the day?
It's older.
Oh. Is it called? Oh. Whoa. Oh, shit. Is it called O? It's not called O.
I miss you even though you're not gone.
Those 2 songs strike, because I mean, the general wisdom, I suppose, of the HAR Superstar trajectory is, it begins as more tongue-in-cheek and less it's not as earnest as it ends up.
Yeah,
becoming.
yeah, totally.
And then of course, especially like Bye Bye 17 is like the moment where it becomes there's more fragility.
Yeah.
But there are these songs like
they're all kind of sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Love Jam number 1.
Yeah.
Could you
I was kind of.
how do you decide to incorporate that song on? Because that's on the first record, I think.
That's on. Well, there's one before. There's a self-titled record on Kill Rock Stars before You Can Feel Me, and this one's on You Can Feel Me, which was the first one I started like touring internationally on and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I was listening to a lot of like Sade, Lovers Rock had just come out, and I was like, kind of like trying to like explore that kind of side of pop writing too, because I was starting to like. The goal at that point was to do HAR until I started like writing a lot of songs for other people too.
Yeah.
And I started doing that.
Also did, but you did. Thank you for not stopping Hammer.
yeah. And then it became more clear that I just like to be in charge of my own stuff.
Yeah,
and,
Britney Spears doesn't want it, then.
And I would sing like really like, you know, I had like this like kind of like probably precocious quality where like I really wanted to over-sing on the demos and stuff, and then people would get really like kind of like taken aback when they try to like do their vocal take because nobody could really quite match it. And I was trying to be like, look, this is awesome, you can sound like this, and they're like, well, that just sounds like you.
Are there particular songs that
God, I'm trying to think. I can't like one's not like coming to my head right now, but like you know what I mean. Like I would just always try to like be like, well, everybody can do this, and then like I can
imagine like Ladies Night, the song Ladies Night, for example. That's very exuberant.
Yeah. That one I wrote for the Cheetah Girls, but I think it was just like a little too like maybe like my image was too racy for like a Disney kind of like.
Well, no, it gets to be Hamar and his ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Yeah, and then Tall Boy I wrote for
You wear it
Britney.
well. Yeah, of course.
That one wasn't like that wasn't held back by vocals or anything. It was more just I think timing for her because that was like right by the around the shaving her head debacle.
Right, and she wanted
it was like a song about like fucking and drinking and getting wild, and so that makes sense. They probably held her back for a second. We're like, that shouldn't be your next single right now because people are like really got you under a microscope. But
so you take lemons, turn them into lemonade, give Eva Mendes a call.
Yeah,
put out
that was like the demo we recorded. I did that with Greg Kirsten, who like is writing all the songs with like Sia and God, who's he doing an album with right now? He's done so much stuff over the years, but yeah, he just had that beat, and I listened to it.
This is Tall Boy.
This is Tall Boy,
yeah.
And heard the track. We listened to like 5 tracks, and I was like, this one's awesome. And then I kind of just laid down like a ghost melody, and then he kind of like messed with the track while I went down to eat breakfast and write lyrics for like an hour. Came back and demoed it, and then I don't think I changed anything by the time we like released it.
Wow.
It was like shopped around for a while, but like
it's a great extended metaphor, and it's of course it's like it's clever and it's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
This is me telling you good things about yourself. True good things.
Well, thanks.
And we're entering another short segment of the show called "Where's My Tall Boy," where we talk about the fact that you're going to play at Hazelfest.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which is the only sober music festival.
Yeah.
The date for that is in
August 5th.
Yeah,
August
Lizzo
5th.
is playing there too.
Lizzo's headlining.
Yeah. And Communist Daughter.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun.
So it's a very stacked bill.
It's a great bill, yeah.
$15, I think.
It's only $15 in advance.
Yeah.
If you wait till the day of, it's $25. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
You ticket in advance. And it's cool. Like, I think it's... besides having like a festival where it's not like drug obsessed or like the people getting like drunk or having someone spill beer on you while you're trying to walk through the crowd, like I think it's also a cool kind of more family friendly thing where you can bring kids and like it's like just like a fun day out. I think the whole thing's done by like 7 or 8 p.m. So it's like
it's on the grounds of the Hazelden.
In Center City, Minnesota. Yeah. So that's gonna be super fun, and I'm glad. Like I didn't even know. I knew Lizzo was like coming in later. I said yes to it like couple months ago. I was like, yeah, that sounds really fun.
Get reunited with.
Yeah, and
with
just
your
like
friend.
the fact that like the when they announced the bill, I was like, whoa, this is gonna be even like twice as fun as I thought it was gonna be. Like, this is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you
So
gonna?
David Campbell put that together, I think.
Good job,
Yeah.
David.
Yeah.
Will you perform Toolboy or?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not trying to. I hadn't really thought about it yet.
yeah, or DUI, like
Yeah, I probably won't do
none,
DUI.
Yeah, none of us are guilty
Yeah.
on this occasion.
But it's like, you know, it's they're both of those songs are more steeped in the triple entendre. So
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I like it. It is triple.
Like,
Yeah.
so I could get away with wearing them and not feel weird, and I don't
Exactly.
think anybody else would feel weird. Or just like, you know, I have so many songs, I don't really have to like even bridge that gap in my brain.
Yeah.
If I don't want to.
Something else that I don't find weird about DUI is something that I find wonderful is the delivery with the current band when the phone call.
Oh yeah,
is
Aaron Baum.
Yeah, our friend Aaron
Aaron
Baum.
Baum gets to be my stopper
Is
from within the band.
Hama calling me again? That's great. This is Aaron. We're going through all the band members.
And that was originally Holly Valance, I think, on the record.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a fish in
And
the video.
well, I mean, the video she was played by a fish for sure.
So at the end of that video, it's almost like you're Sean Tillman again, because you've been dancing.
Yeah.
You're at your job.
Just working at the pet store.
Working
yeah.
at the pet store, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're on the floor, and then there's this moment of like coming back to reality.
Yeah.
And then there's a similar moment in
Restless Leg.
yeah,
Yeah.
Restless Leg, exactly.
Yeah.
And and in that, like in your sleep, you go and you get with the puppet.
Yeah.
Not with the beautiful woman, but with the puppet, because you love the puppet. And then you wake up
Yeah.
hugging not the puppet, but a trash.
Yeah.
The trash.
Yeah.
And it struck me as like maybe not entirely coincidental that this moment of coming back to reality shows up, and then you make a very good Greg Dooley, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
In the video, because
The
that's
Demon in
if you haven't,
Profile.
yeah, exactly.
Afghan Wigs
If you
video.
haven't seen that yet, then
Yeah.
the new Afghan Wigs video stars Hama.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I've known Greg for a bunch of years now. And yeah, it's like the fact that
I'm a lonely man with a roaming glass. Resisting my urge and turning on the telly.
Baby, don't you have something to tell me?
It's 4 a.m. My brain has turned to jelly.